Welcome to TV Malaysia. Good evening, I'm Kishaamalini Sugumaran. The headline is the local saves 10 cars before drain collapses near Sugumaran. That was ground around the storm drain collapsing around Sri Kembangan in Selangor. Several vehicles parked around the drain were damaged by the collapse. Photos and videos of the incident went viral on social medias. Public Nurdiana, as witness, said she was afraid it happened right in front of her eyes and it collapsed very quickly. The visual of the cars in the drain were devastating, however, it couldn't have been worse if none stepped in to help. Another live witness, Jason, saw cracks appeared before it wasn't so bad, but the cracks were visible. After the heavy rain at around 5 p.m., the cracks were waiting. Then he began to inform people around those parked their cars in the place. They managed to pull out 10 cars. There were 5 cars left which couldn't save. According to the Selangor Fire Rescue Department, 5 vehicles were damaged at Jalan LP 1A2 Lestari Perdana, but no one was injured. That's the headline news for today evening. We'll meet again another day with another hot news. Let's take care of ourselves. Stay home, stay safe.
Welcome to TV Malaysia. Recently, TV Malaysia have found a past research report. The past research report is called Making Up History, False Memory of Fake News Stories. It was written by Daniel C. Polish from the Central Washington University, Alabama, USA. So, the main purpose of this study was to determine whether repeated exposure to fictitious stimuli would cause participants to develop a false memory for having heard about the fake news stories from a source outside of the experiment. In addition, the current study attempted to replicate the finding. The exposure to false information changed the perceived truthfulness and plausibility of that information. Many studies have demonstrated that repeated statements of uncertain truth tend to shift their truth value rating toward the true end of the scale. The ancillary true effect was first observed by Hazel, Goldstein, and Topino, who found that subjects rated a repeated statement as more true than new statement. In Arcs, Hackett, and Boehm, participants were exposed to 108 statement list in the first week, and a second list of the same length 1 week later. The second suggests that repeated statements were rated more value than non-repeated statement. The author concluded that familiarity was a basic for the judge validity of statement. According to Beck, Annas, and Francis, a statement will seem true if it implies information that feel familiar. Increased familiarity is an automatic consequence of exposure, and influence on the rated is intentional, even when subject warn that the source may not be incredible. If it it did not seem to influence the rate truth in bracket 278 9. Subject were repeatedly told at study and at test that half of the statements they were exposed to the experiment were true and half were false. So they knew that statement they had previously heard were not more likely to be true than new one, even with the implicit information available. Repeated statements were rated as more than new statements. Jacob and Kelly Brown examined the false fame effect which occur if repeated non-famous names are called famous more often than new non-famous names. They proposed that all names are called famous because they feel familiar. The problem is that the familiarity reflects prior exposure in the experiment, and this familiarity gives no objective basis for fame. Jacobi told the subject that all names were actually non-famous. In the case, recollection of the source of all names will lead to the being called non-famous, even though the feeling of familiarity alone would lead to be called famous. This information eliminated the false fame effect on immediate but not delay 24 hours test. This sleeper effect shows source memory and familiarity affected differently by the passage of time. Thank you. That is it for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Mohd SyazrulAzmi by ArifulNizam. The news today's government targets 16% rapid usage in Malaysia by end 2022. Use of Touch 'n Go and Smart Tag may stop by end 2023. The government says it is targeting to achieve 16% usage of radio frequency identification rapid for toll collection by the end of 2022, and that the use of Touch 'n Go and Smart Tag card may be stopped by the end of 2023. This was revealed by Deputy Work Minister Dato' Arthur Joseph Kurep, who said that until then, Touch 'n Go and Smart Tag lanes will continue to be available for road users. We understand the concern voiced by highway users and would like to clarify that for now, Touch 'n Go and Smart Tag card lanes remain operational on all highways, and they will only be phased out taking into account rapid usage rates and rapid lanes availability. He said during the question and answer session at the Dewan Negara yesterday. Responding to a supplementary question from Senator Aknan Ehtuk on the ministry plans implement rapid, he said that the push towards rapid was because the system had a much lower cost than Touch 'n Go and Smart Tag and allow easier topping up. Aside from not having maintenance costs, such as replacing a battery such as that needed for smart tech. The system would also improve traffic flow. He added, at the rapid lane, we can clear 1000 vehicles per hour, but with touch and go, it is only 5,000 vehicles per hour, meaning this technology rapid can indeed help reduce congestion to toll plazas. He said, to encourage adoption, the government is providing 10 ringgit Malaysia cashback discount through e-wallet for in-app purchase of a rapid tag. At the same time, we are still studying some method to provide additional incentive, such as a new car buyer having rapid already installed. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to TV Malaysia. Today, during this segment, I will interview one of the straight A's SPM student last year. He is also my best friend and the first student to get straight A's from our school. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Adam Haris bin Azman. I used to be a student from SMK Section 10 Kota Damansara, and currently I'm a college student here at College Marabanteng.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I just want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
My pleasure, it's an honor.
Okay, firstly, the question that I want to ask you is, what is the biggest factor that has helped you achieve your SPM result?
The biggest factor that has helped me achieve my SPM result is the people around me. So it's my friends, my family, and also the teachers. It's because during our time taking SPM, we were going through the whole COVID situation, and because classes were online, things weren't the same as the normal traditional learning ways that we have been getting used to and which we have gotten used to. It really affected me mentally, and it really made me scared if I wasn't able to get the expected marks my teachers were aiming for me, and the way I was studying wasn't enough, because throughout the pandemic I haven't, and I've been wasting time. So especially during that whole mental phase, I started reaching out to my friends, my family members, especially to my mom and dad, and also to my teachers, which once I did, they gave me nothing but support and kept giving me motivation, kept helping me in every way they can to get where I am today and to achieve those great marks. Yeah.
Okay. A person always has a habit. Can I know what are your good habits?
A good habit of mine is that I like to exercise, mainly jogging, from in the evenings from maybe 5 to 6. The reason is, well, normally when I'm studying indoors, I like to get some fresh air, and jogging is a great way to do that. At the same time, it gives me a sense that I'm running towards my goal, because we're always aiming for something, but when we're aiming for something, we're essentially running for that goal. So when I'm exercising, when I'm running, it gives me that physical feeling that I'm running towards something that I want to achieve.
Okay. During high school, I think you have a lot of friends. Can I know who have influenced you in a good or a positive way through your high school life?
Somebody that has influenced me in a positive way would be a friend that's close to me. His name is Shafiq, and normally I would see him study, in a table all the time, even if the teacher's not in class. So when I saw him do this, I would sit down with him and I would study with him. And we would exchange tips, we would exchange notes, the ways we study, and help each other to fully master a subject. So without his help, it wouldn't, he really helped me ease the whole learning process as well. So without his help, I wouldn't be able to get those marks as well.
All in all person in this world have a dream. Can I know what is your dream?
A dream of mine is that if you're looking 10 years from now, hopefully I'll be working and loving what I do in my work. Maybe having a family and be living a normal life, a happy life, being able to support my mother and father, and a comfortable life that I want to live and enjoy living.
Okay. What is your plan after finishing your Young Talent Development Program, also known as YTP?
The YTP program ends around 2026 because it's 2 years of IB, the International Baccalaureate program, and then 4 years learning abroad for my degree. So once I finish the YTP program, when I come back to Malaysia as well, maybe I'll start looking for a job here using my expertise in the degree that I'll be getting. At the same time, I'll try to reconnect with my friends and family which I wouldn't be seeing when I'm studying abroad. So maybe catch up with them, getting to know them, getting up to speed with them again. And yeah, if I'm lucky enough, maybe I'll continue studying and get a master's in the degree that I have.
Okay, before I end this interview, I have one last question. What is the best advice you can give to high school student?
The best advice I can give to a high school student it's a cliche, but not to give up, because I haven't always been a top student, like especially during the early high school days and also primary school years. I wouldn't pay attention in class. I wouldn't study. I always got bad grades. I would fail certain subjects as well. But being where I am today just proves that if you put in the work, you study, you work hard, put in the hours, everything will turn out all right, and you'll be surprised of what you can do. So don't give up.
Okay, Adam. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
I hope everyone can take some notes from this interview. Thank you for watching TV Malaysia. Goodbye and see you soon.